How do I turn this down? How do I turn this down? Turn it down. Let's turn it down. All right. Oh, man. Am I live? Tell me, chat. Am I live? Not am I live. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Mic check, mic check. DW, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Hey, Bree. I got to get used to the camera being on the side. We're trying some new things. New setup in flux. Camera's on the side. Got to remember. DW caught you lacking, Bree. How you doing? How you doing? Sour, what's happening? Jay, what is good? What is good? Bivy, what's happening? Good to see you. Good to see you. Chilling, chilling, chilling. What's good? What's good? What's up, Rays? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Slick Conseco, I see you over there in TikTok. Don't sneak in. GGM, man, you early. You liked the live. Appreciate you clicking on. And hey, thanks for blessing me on the last TikTok, man. You were smashing the hell out of that like button. I think over 10,000 likes on the last live. So I appreciate you, GGM. Always good to see you. Folks, now I can't turn it on, Bree, because hey, TikTok is already exploding. GGM. Boom. What I'm finding out is that the lights do something to the camera. So if I turn it on, it's gonna make the camera just do some crazy funky shit. So the Quincy, how you doing? What it do? What's happening? The title is not clickbait. It's not clickbait. And so we've had an eventful, we're gonna jump right into it. We've had an eventful few days. We had a little bit of a medical kind of situation with my son. We just came from the doctor. Everything's okay, but he has something that's called impetigo, which is a nasty, nasty skin condition that happens from the increased humidity here. And so he broke out when we first moved here, had a rash under his arms. As you guys know, my son plays basketball. He's on the Singapore American International School team, and he's on a travel team here where he'll get to travel to the US, Vegas, Thailand, all over the world, basically. And so what that means is that he's working out and training 2 to 3 times a day. It's intense. But he loves it. It's what he loves to do. But when you move here and you light skin as fuck, which is what he is, skin is sensitive. It's not dark chocolate mahogany armor like mine. Americans struggle with certain conditions. And so the rash spread into just these bumps and this rash, and then like these huge lesions that were just very painful for him. But we're good to go now. The worst is over. So sorry I haven't been live over the holidays. We've been dealing with that, and just experiencing a whole lot of different things, working on the new channel. It's not clickbait in terms of me quitting Warzone. Let me make sure I'm catching up on the chat. Not clickbait. There's one more thing that I can try. I got this wonderful Net Duma, which is our last resort at playing Warzone a little bit, that may allow me to play with Sour, Bree, DW, the fam, all you folks. However, that's beside the point. Warzone is dog shit right now. It just is. I don't know if the game can be fixed. And so a couple things that I can't do, right? Even if I can't play with the squad, I've been loading into some solo games when I can. I can play Plunder. What up, El Haji? How you doing? Plunder is the only game mode that gives me maybe 5 to 6 ping. Even though I'm connected to a Singapore server, I'm cooked, right? And I'm playing at 180 to 200 ping solo. And I've gotten used to the Omni movement. So you guys know that Nestle Snipes is legit. I'm losing gun battles and losing stuff that I shouldn't lose. And I don't know if it's the server. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's the ping. Game is broken. Game keeps quitting on me and just doing all kinds of stuff. They're releasing Squid Games, which I know some of you are excited for. If you know anything about me, I am a very technical person. And so the technologist in me cannot reconcile with this game anymore. Can I? DW coming through. Member for 12 months. I appreciate you. I can't. I just can't, guys. I'm blessed, Alhaji. If you know me, I made a pitch to one of the senior executives over at Activision, over with the company, to be like, hey, let me come fix your game. I truly do believe I can fix this game. I got 2 people I would hire, and it would be the best game of all time. That's not my inner Black Trump monologue. It's going to be the best game of all time. it baffles me between the cheating, between the lack of fresh and new material. Let's see who's texting me. Maybe it's feedback on the stream. It's not. Okay. Between that, I can't reconcile it. I cannot. When I play the game, right, I don't know if I'm losing because of the servers. I don't know if I'm losing because of the ping. They're rolling out Squid Games, which is a phenomenal show, by the way. I don't know if you're binge watching it. And you've been off all this time and you're not fixing the fucking game. I can't in good consciousness abide it. The people over at Warzone, the people over at that company are dog shit. I'm a small streamer, so you're probably not watching. They're dog shit. You're not intelligent. You're horrible people and you don't care about your fan base. You should not be running a multi-million-dollar, damn near billion-dollar, whatever the fuck it is, business. I can't continue to condone that. What I enjoy the most about Warzone are the vibes, the people that I play with, the family, the content that I build. I can't get that fucking feeling back. I can't. I am living out my dream here in Singapore. If you guys are new to the stream, welcome. We're live over on YouTube, but I'm living out my dream over here in Singapore with my family, doing some awesome things, working on some awesome content. And I don't do anything I don't enjoy, right? I move through this world with intent. I move through this world with purpose. I've paid my dues to a certain degree, right? And, and so I believe in taking charge, right? I believe in just living your best life. And when I get on this game, it's like, fuck. I've gotten the itch to play a few times. And then when I sit down, because again, I'm not going to stream it because until I get this ping issue figured out, I can't go more than 2 games without like, why the fuck am I playing this game? Not even the issues that I have. You have to play this game like some bots that I know where you just have to stack and you have to like, there's people just sitting on buildings. There's people just gaming the system. Shout out to Sour for yet again in his Discord releasing a new invisible skin. Like, it's just, my God, And so with that being said, right, I'm not a big New Year's resolutions person. What's up, Stephanie? How you doing? Raised, I wish I could help you. If I were to take over at that company, the first thing I would do is fire most of the devs. I know that people have to make a living, but again, I got to where I got to in life by being shrewd and ruthless when it comes to my morals and scruples. I do think the company is compromised. Someone is selling the source code. I'd fire most of those devs. And before anyone comes from me like, oh, these people have to make a living, fuck that. No. You got a simple job. You have a product that people want to consume, that people like. I would get rid of this holiday bullshit. You don't get a fucking holiday, right? The nature of what I do working in technology, sometimes like whenever there's peak traffic and things of that nature, if it's in the quarter, end of year, Haji, shout out to you. You know about this if you work in tech sales. You don't get to say that I can't forecast for this quarter. Oh, it's Q4. It's the end of the year. I need to take time. No. What you do is you provide a product that provides people around the world with entertainment, a way to connect with their friends, a way to have fun, vibe out, whether you drinking and having fun, whether you smoking on Zod and having fun, or whether you just a dad and you just want to decompress from the family. These fuckers are taking holidays off and leaving us with the broken game. I can't condone that. You're a dog shit and you treat your fan base like dog shit, and you deserve for Marvel Rivals. I downloaded that. I think I'm going to try and get together with Vulgar and play that. Or God forbid, Fortnite needs to just release a BR. Right? They deserve to lose they don't deserve your money. They don't deserve your faithfulness. They don't deserve anything that we are giving them. And so I'm not going to do it anymore. What's up, Nick? How you doing? Not going to do it anymore. Yeah, DG. Like this is the business that you're in. Christmas time, New Year's Eve. I'm about to be in Japan, Korea, and I'm trying to avoid India. All over Asia Pacific next year. So I got a finite amount of time to game with Bree, to game with Sour, to game with the homie DG, to game with like DW and folks like that, and do so. And I can't even fucking do that. Right? So we're done with that. I told you that not everyone deserves a microphone. What game have I been running? I've played Indiana Jones, El Haji, Last of Us. We're going to try Marvel Rivals. But I told you not everyone deserves a mic. And I do believe that. Right? And so I have a microphone. And what I am doing is the new channel has launched. I'm going out to film some footage today. We're taking my son shopping to get some, now because of the skin condition that he has. He's healing, right? We got to get some new clothes and new shoes and new like dry fit and stuff to kind of help with the sweat and stuff like that. We're going to film our awesome adventures here. Gonna do some IRL content. We are gonna be playing some different games. I may even, because I'm this rebellious, I'm gonna stream checkers, some shit like that, new games. I'm gonna try Marvel Rivals. You're gonna watch an old man fail at it. We're gonna diversify the content. It's not just gonna be about gaming. Those of you that are in the crew that are curious about when you like my tech rants, we're gonna do some of those. Tidbit, look up AI16Z. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. We're going to talk about the AI bot that I am building that's going to be helping with some things. We're going to do some reaction videos. We're going to have some fun. And we're going to let you guys into my life over here. It won't be like, oh my gosh, like, well, I'm one of these content creators streaming 7 days a week or anything like that, right? But we're just switching it up, right? And I just, I'm not going to say I'm done with Warzone completely, because I'm not. We'll see what the new season brings, but they just keep missing the mark, and I just can't, I can't keep condoning that dog shit game with dog shit people. All right, they're all dog shit. You don't deserve to make a living. You should be fired, all of you. I don't give a shit. Like, people are like, what about your compassion? No. You should be fired. And should be ashamed of yourselves for releasing what you're releasing, and they deserve to lose all their gamers, all their subscribers. I don't care where that puts me in the algorithm. Don't give a fuck. I'll go toe to toe with the CEO of that company, right, and have a technical debate on why your servers are dog shit, why your infrastructure is dog shit, right? So they don't deserve that. We might, El Haji, we might. I'm going to show you guys how to do some things. We're going to be merging tech, entertainment, travel, some of the stuff that we're doing. I am going to have to get used to being that guy with a camera, like walking around. Now, in hindsight, right? What's up, Drewski? How you doing? Thanks for the prayers up for the son. I appreciate it. He's good though. He's good. Yeah, they didn't hesitate to release the Squid Game. But now what I'm gonna have to get used to, y'all, is being like that dude walking around with recording equipment. But so for New Year's, there's a spectacular fireworks display that they do here in Singapore. We did not have the temperament to do it this year because the crowds are just pretty crazy. So we went out to eat as a family, and then got back home and just kind of chilled out. But it may help me get into some exclusive activities. Like when you have a camera, people are just like already being taller than a lot of people here. Sometimes we walk through, especially when we have our German Shepherds, people stare at us. So maybe I just lean into that, right? And I just record and people just say, oh my gosh. And then, maybe it just kind of gets me some extra perks and some extra benefits. GTA server, I haven't played GTA in a while. I'm worried about GTA, Haji, in that, if you guys don't know, since moving here to Singapore, I've set out on a mission to have 300 cups of coffee or drinks with people. And so I don't want to give too much away because I got my new YouTube video that's going to be dropping on the new channel next week. I'm going to talk about some of the benefits and why we moved here and kind of my intentional approach to here. But just know that your boy's been moving. It's been moving, been making moves. Like our neighbor and, a guy that's mentoring me, it was a former ambassador to the U.S. He's been a Singaporean diplomat for 40 years. You don't move to a different part of the world without ingratiating yourself into the culture. So if some of you have seen my Discord, you've seen the monkeys and everything that's around here. We moved here with intention, right? We are the only Americans in this area. We're not the only expats, but we live in a very local area where we're getting a very unique experience to Singapore because there's only one way to do life, and that's to do it right and do it with intent. Even if you fuck it up and you get it wrong, you do it with 100%. That's the fucking purpose, right? That's what's cool. What's cool, and this is going to be a rant because I told you guys, now if you're here to watch me play some Warzone, back out now because I told you this is a just chatting stream. What's cool is not that you get 20 to 30 fucking kills a game. Hey, El Haji smashing it like and abusing it over there in TikTok. That's not what's cool. What's cool is not slide canceling and figuring out glitches in the game. Like, that's okay. That's not what makes you cool. It's a lot of content creators out there just, again, that are now having to question themselves, right? Because now I don't have Warzone. So maybe you're successful and you go for Marvel Rivals and you have fun. We are going to try that game. I'm confused as fuck when I watch it. My son just taught me about a tank. And so I'm probably going to enlist him. Vulgar's down to play Marvel Rivals. I'm probably going to enlist my son. So that's going to be some new content for y'all. I don't know what a tank is. DPS, Scarlet Witch, all this different stuff, but I'm down to try. I'm down to try. Let me pause because I've been ranting here and there's a lot of chatter. Talk that talk. Drewski, yeah, you goddamn right. Talk that talk. DQ, I think I gave you a shout out. No, Drewski, they increased mantle speed. That's it. Yeah. We're like crackheads. We're like, here's a dog shit game, but they gave us, they increased the mantle speed and the aim idle sway is, that's a win, right? That's a W, right? Yeah. Aim idle sway. They fixed that, right? We are a 1950s housewife that burned the casserole and some god-awful human being of a husband that worked all day and thinks he slaved away, came home and just backhanded us. And we're like, it's okay. He loves us. I'm not condoning that sort of thing. I'm just saying like that this is an abusive relationship. Let me be the first to admit, my name is Chris. I'm addicted to Warzone and I have a problem. I'm now in the recovery phase of making amends. And so I'm making amends to you guys for not streaming as much because I've been in an abusive relationship with Warzone, but I'm free now. I'm free. I'm not like that viral guy on the internet. It was just like, I don't like men's no more free, but I'm actually free. I'm free. Quentin Scott, what's happening? I feel like I took the red pill, or was it the blue pill? I don't remember which one it is. Whose symbol is that? God of War. What is your? I see a Prince symbol, but what's the name? I don't know that name, but you're 100% right. You've been playing what with Marvel? Oh shit, Drewski. Okay, I'm gonna have to get on that train. Y'all got to school me. DGN. DG, I've been talking about this shit on the phone, bro. T-Rail, what's good? Brother T-Rail. Hey, Soul Glow. Member for 8 months. I appreciate that. Hey, TikTok. Yep. Smash it. Use it. Bam. If y'all can't hear it, I have this cool little trick on TikTok where when people smash the like more than 250 times, it plays like Travis Scott in my ear. So you can't hear me jamming out. So when I pause to do that sort of shout out, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, guys, that's it. There's so much cool stuff I want to show you. We bought our first Turkish lamp yesterday. So there's an area called Little Turkey here. I wanted to film it, but I forgot the piece that I needed to film. And so in the spirit of 2025, we don't really do New Year's resolutions because I live every month, every year, or I try to as if it's my last. I'm out here doing shit, right? Like actually doing shit. I'm not just talking on stream like I'm doing shit, right? And doing shit doesn't necessarily mean like, oh my gosh, I'm getting money and all this stuff. It just means that I'm living life with intent as if I don't have another shot at this, right? So we are excited. And I tend to overanalyze everything, right? I have been blessed enough in my career to have been a speaker and all over the world. I've walked on stages. And so I'm a victim of perfection, right? And what I have to remind myself is that when I really broke through at some of the best speaking engagements I have is where I'm myself. I'm not perfect. I'm not postures erect and I've got my fingers like this and I'm doing like this and I'm doing like this. It's just me being me and doing things authentically, right? And with this content, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. But we're not doing all this editing and all that mumbo jumbo. The only editing we'll be doing is with these new games. We will stream it, but we will also be releasing the content and cutting out some of the like dead areas and stuff like that. And just working on like YouTube that way, working on getting content out that way. But I'm going to press the button on the camera. I'm going to film it and you guys are going to see some of my adventures. I am going to shout out to Bree. I'm going to try. I'm here and I'm going to do it on camera. Be forewarned, Bree, that pho in Singapore, I'm told, is dog shit. Vietnam is, I think I'm told, where you have to go, but I'm going to do it. That's for you. But we've had some mishaps here. A lot of the food has been great. Some of the food has been like, but yeah, I'm going to show you all of that. Nicole, how you doing? Tell Harper we said what's up. Happy New Year's. Yeah, Drewski, I'm just catching that chat. It is unreal how they've been allowed to get away with this stuff. And I can't in good consciousness, just delve in it anymore. Right. I just can't do it anymore. Right. So if you are keen to see some new content and you want to see me play some new games, and I'm dead serious about checkers. I'm going to do Jeopardy. I'm going to do all this fucking stuff. All of it. IRL content. Right. If there are things that you want to know about Singapore, things that you want to know about our experience here, I'm going to film myself taking the MRT, how we navigate from place to place, all that stuff, right? You're going to want to swing over to the new channel, right? So for the next couple of weeks, you're going to cross-pollinate everything, right? So I will be posting the Singapore content, the tech content. there's another rant I'm going to go on in a second, to this channel for the purposes of, I think I got like 2 followers on the other. I got like 12,000 followers. What I have? 11,000 followers on this TikTok. I got to take advantage of that, but I'll be sharing it to the other TikTok channel and YouTube channel in the meantime, right? But there's some cool things happening right now, not just in my life, but just in this field of AI. There's some scary things we're going to talk about. Phil, if you're out there, we're going to get weird. We're going to get weird, right? I think India's run out on some things that I can talk about, right? But if you're in the field of AI, there's people downloading consciousness into bots and making billions of dollars. That's a topic for another video. Just a little spoiler alert there. We're going to talk about that. Weird, but fascinating shit. Double-edged sword type shit. Almost biblical in proportions. But El Haji, it's, I need to put it in the bio. Let me put it on YouTube, the new channel. Is anyone out there like is anyone following my new TikTok and my new YouTube subbing that can be a gem and put it in the YouTube chat, and then I'll copy and paste it and put it to TikTok? You would be awesome. You gain like so much bonus points with me if you can do that. That'd be great. I got to get used to looking over here instead of over here. Let me catch up on the chat. Chilling on the za. Nice, 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 nice. Play bingo. I'll play bingo. Don't test me. Here's the thing. Like, I'm the show, meaning that I have a good time like vibing out with you guys. You guys are funny. Bree is a clip farm. Sour is fucking Jason Bateman. Like, I think life is the clip, right? And so to me, it doesn't matter what the game is. I have fun with y'all. Like, we've had nights where we've been dog shit at Warzone, vibing out. DG, Rohan, everyone in that crew. The game shouldn't fucking matter. We have to remind ourselves of that. You are the clip. I'm the clip. That's it. So yeah, I'll play bingo. Right? I'm even going to do a challenge where you guys will get to pick the game. We're going to do Marvel Rivals, going to do all of it, right? And that's fine. That's okay. We got to break out of this fucking matrix. And I challenge you guys to do it too. El Haji, I'm going to get that for you in a second if someone has it. Appreciate you, Race. It had to be said. It had to be said. So with that being said too, I don't know if you've noticed that new sign behind me. That's a crispy sign, right? Y'all like the sign? I think the sign is great. I like the sign. But the new stuff, or the US studio that I have gets here on January 6th, right? And so some of my videos will be coming from here, from the gaming, for the tech stuff, the life stuff, the just chatting stuff, the reaction. I'm going to be reacting to some videos. There's some outrageous stuff out there. I'm going to give you my opinion on it. Some things that are scary, some things that are not so scary, some things that are weird. That's going to be coming from downstairs, right? With a different camera, different angle, different lens, more simplified background, right? And then we've got a Samsung Galaxy Ultra S24. Because iPhone is dog shit. Y'all can fight me. I don't care. It's dog shit. Break yourselves out of that prison, right? You can free yourself from Warzone. You can free yourself from iPhone. Oh, is it a green bubble? Is it a blue bubble? Nobody uses text message anyway. At least not out here. We use WhatsApp. But I went with the S24 simply because it's got more capabilities for the things that we need to do with the IRL content, walking around Singapore and stuff like that. So fight me on that. Put your comments in chat, But, iPhone's dog shit. So, I know there's some Apple users out there and it's like, oh my God, iPhone is just so much better. The ecosystem is just so better. It's just easier. And it fits with my MacBook Pro and my iPad and, it's proprietary. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's dog shit and you know it. Fight me. Downloading consciousness. Jay, yes. I don't want to give away the thunder of one of my upcoming videos, but you want me to double click on that right now? Type 1 if you want me to double click on what I meant by download consciousness. If you're curious about that. Bree, can you put the link in? Is this the link? Look at that, Stephanie. You know what? Like, I love all my mods. I love all my mods equally. But Stephanie, like, GG's, like, it's a pleasure to have you as a new mod on the channel for sure. All my mods do a bang up job, but adding you has just been phenomenal. And thank you for that. El Haji, here you go. What emojis are keeping you away? The emojis curve? I guess I'm old. I don't speak in emoji. I speak in GIF. My GIF game is on point. I dial it down for y'all in my Discord because I'm just like, you can't be like tall, funny, intelligent, and like your GIF game's on point. So I do it to appear human to you guys. But I don't speak in emoji anyway, right? Don't let that hold you back, Curve. It is different. Folks, that's the new YouTube channel. Let's pin that. Let's pin that. Let's pin that. El Haji, the TikTok, does it let you put the TikTok in here? I played the chain game. So the link to the new TikTok, Bree, and the link to the new YouTube channel. Stephanie got that. What about the TikTok? The chain game, we played it with Bree and Sour. It was hilarious and we fucking failed, but I had fun doing it. Unless there's a new one that you're talking about. Yeah, Jackson, Android, Team Android all day. It did take some getting used to, Curve. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I'm still like pulling down on certain things or whatever. But you know what? 2025 is the year that we're free from chains. I literally have chains tattooed on my arm with my favorite scripture, but that's a topic for another day, right? But we're free from chains, right? So Apple's another one, right? They may end my stream for this, but like, dog, they've been giving y'all the same phone for like years. They're giving y'all AirPods, and then what's next? Like new color of AirPods. They're changing the form factor on you guys, the charging, right? You know, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. This is my old broken iPhone. I had an iPhone 12. I held that shit as long as I could. They changed. Like, I mean, look at this shit. Like, what are we doing? Unless my phone can produce a hologram that has a person that's talking to me, that's walking me through like life and things I need to do, which my AI bot that I'm building is going to be able to do some of that stuff. But what are we doing? What are we doing with Apple? Nah, we're not with it. So I'll double click Jay. So I won't talk too much about it, right? But if you look up the name Shaw, just look up the name Shaw, S-H-A-W. If you're a techie in the chat, I'm going to really oversimplify this, and it's going to seem like I don't know what I'm talking about. Trust me, I do. But I'm just going to oversimplify it for the purpose of being simple. So essentially what a developer did was, if you understand crypto and the AI community, there's something called the DAO, right? And so it's basically decentralized autonomous organization, whatever that stands for, right? And so I'm not going to do that. That's a video for another day where we're going to explain the DAO. But like, it's the act of, imagine if you had a CEO and a CTO, right? And it's not a person, right? Because the CEO can be fired. A CEO can make decisions, right? If you took the human element out of it and made it to where it's autonomous, that's what a DAO is. It kind of manages these communities. This guy took an AI agent, and if I don't know if I can say the name, Andreessen Horowitz, which is this investment firm. There's a guy that's like one of the smartest investors in the world. Billions and billions of dollars this guy has made, right? And so it goes without saying that this guy really understands the market, right? Now, you guys have heard me talk on stream before that what's amazing about the times that we live in now is that you can scrape the internet. And what I mean by scraping the internet, it's a technical term. It just means that you can define a parameter, define something. So let's just say you're a fan of Trolleys or Takis, right? And you're like, look, I love Trolleys. My name is Sour. I love Trolleys and Gordon Ramsay. And I'm going to, everything there is to know about Trolleys and Gordon Ramsay, I want to find it on the internet. That means YouTube videos. That means articles. That means LinkedIn. That means Twitter. That means TikTok. Everything there is to know about Trolleys, I need that shit. I got to have it. I desire it. Go and get me everything about Trolleys so that I can make my own trolley dildo or whatever it is that Sour likes to do. Right? Trolley flavored dildo. Let's just say that because Sour's into that and Leather's helping to make that. Right? So what he did was he's like, okay, this guy's the smartest guy in the world in terms of investing, right? How about I build like an AI version of this person? And I infuse the AI agent with all of the data, all the decisions that this person's made. He's given interviews where he's talking about the price of oil or whatever the fuck it is he's talking about. We're going to put it in there and I'm going to make it autonomous and say, hey, you have the ability to have, let's just say $200,000, go make me some money. You don't have to check with me. You don't have to do anything. Like, you are this guy. You're not a copy. You are this guy. And he did it, and he set it free. And now I think we're looking at $2 billion that it's transformed into. But it begs an interesting question where it's fascinating and insane in that There's physical hardware, and then there's what's called virtualization. There's the virtual space, right? And I think the lines between those two are being blurred, which is that's quantum mechanics and things with the Willow chip that we can talk about. That's going to be for another stream, another conversation. It's beautiful, it's magnificent, and it's terrifying, right? But look it up, read for yourself, and then come with questions when that stream releases. That's a teaser. That's a teaser. But look them up. Look up Shaw, SHAW. Changing the world. It's changing the world. Changing the world. Let's catch up on set. Sour is Jordan Ramsey. I like that, Jordan Ramsey. Oh man, so that's a little thing. Tony, what's happening? What do you do? What's good? Stampede, flight simulation, gang, gang, gang. Yes, sir. Snake Eyes, did I call you out earlier? Did I step on some toes? Motorola all day, guys. There was we went. So everything is a mall. There's malls upon malls out here. There's flip phones. Flip phones are back now. Apparently, there was a booth that we saw in one of the like upscale malls where this guy literally had nostalgic flip phones for sale, and people were just like all over it. Like shit's crazy. It's crazy. Chain together, Raise. We did that. We did that with Bree. Have people not watched iRobot? Oh, you're not on TikTok, Stephanie? iRobot was a good movie. Those movies are now coming to pass. They just are. They are. It's a fascinating time. If you're not in AI and not playing around with it, you are missing out. Even my weekly adventures here, the restaurants and the things that we're doing, I've got an AI bot that I built to help with those suggestions. I'm taking it one step further in the sense that there's what Google will tell you. What's cool about Singapore, right? What I'm going after here is the local experience, meaning that I'm being very intentional about the people that I'm talking to, and I'm getting the information fresh from the locals on like, okay, here's what we should be doing. Here's the wet market, which is where you have fruit and fresh meat and stuff like that we should be going to and stuff like that. And then I'm making my own bot better. And I'll probably release that, sell it, do something or whatever to where it's just, life's short. You should have an automated assistant, right? If you're using ChatGPT, you're already behind. ChatGPT is great, but you should be doing more. ChatGPT has competitors. There's Claude. There's all sorts of different things. Get in there, play around with it yourself. We'll do some streams and show you how, talk about it, teach you how. But it's the technology is amazing. Meanwhile, we can't even mantle in Warzone. I may even do a stream where I talk about the nature between religion and spirituality and AI. Drewski, you out there? Some scary stuff in the book of Ezekiel. Let's just leave that at that. Some scary stuff. Oh, by the way, as long as we're just chatting. So as you guys know, because of the nature of what I do and how I live, like I have to fly all over the place. Flight anxiety is back up through the roof. I don't know if you've been watching the news, and what's happening in South Korea and stuff like that. So we do want to express our condolences for the families of anyone and everyone that's been involved in these incidents. It's unfortunate, right? Seeing the heartbreaking text messages and things that went out with people that were experiencing their last moments. We won't dive too much into that stuff, but there's some crazy things, right? Because I used to work for Boeing. So those, some of you may know I used to work for Boeing. I probably shouldn't mention that name anymore. And there's some odd things happening in the space right now, geopolitically and with airplanes that are just, has your boy nerves, but we'll get through it with you guys. We'll get through it. With that being said, I'm not going to let that the spirit of fear stop me from traveling and experiencing the world. But Jesus, is my anxiety up? There's no angle there. There's no clickbait or anything. That's just me being real. Like that's literally on my mind. Like every hour on the hour as I watch the news. Like what else could happen? Which is insane. Rays, we did not beat it. I don't know if it was Bree that gave up or Sour gave up. It was one of those two. They gave up. I was down to keep at it, but Bree or Sour, I'm going to say Sour, gave up. And they were just like, let's go back to Warzone. I was down to keep trying it. I would still be down to try it again. Raise, maybe that's something you and I do. Like, you'd have to carry. But, yeah. Okay, Bree, it was Sour. I'm down to try it. I am awful raised, but I am down. I'm down to try it. Like even trying that and being awful at that sounds much better than Warzone to me at this point. Oh, you said you had the net Duma raised. Does it work? Like, I mean, will it help me in my situation? Like, here I am, a CCIE, which is basically like the doctorate. Like, I have a doctorate in networking, and I don't know how this thing works. I mean, I get the technical bones of it, and I could probably build one. I just don't know how to apply it, and if it actually works to Warzone. I'm gonna have to. We've got 4 ASUS routers here. And I can turn one of the ports into a bridge and hardwire into it. But like, I don't know if this thing is worth it. Is it worth it, Raze? I mean, I know it doesn't do the bot lobbies everyone says it does. I don't even, at this point, I'm like, I just need decent ping. If I can get sub 100 ping, I would still play some Warzone. Some Warzone. Right now, no. Oh, you want to see that, Tony? Y'all want to see me and Raze? So I have a Nighthawk downstairs, Raised. So the main router, which if you tech heads will get a kit, the main router is in the kitchen. It's in the kitchen. Let that sink in. So we got like a kitchen. We got like a nice like stove area and stuff because your boy's been cooking. The stove is a bit rogue, but it's in the kitchen. It's in the kitchen. So you got this kitchen and everything, and the main router's in the kitchen. And so we had a company come in. I'm capable of running wiring myself, but like because we don't own this place, everything is kind of finicky how you deal with things here in Singapore. And so they came in and we did. So we had 3 floors. There's a router on each floor, and we ran some wires so that I can hardwire everything, hardwire this setup, and they were gonna move the main data point, the main router, to a more feasible spot in the living room. Then I got the bill, and what was supposed to cost $700, they were saying it cost $3,000, and I was like, nope, not doing it, not doing it. We'll just deal with a Nighthawk router being in the fucking kitchen next to the stove. Make it make sense. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to set that up. Yeah, Tony, we're going to stream that. Like it's just there's so many cool things happening in the space right now. Your life is about to change as you know it, right? Even when you sit down at your computer and the act of like sending an email or using your mouse to click on something to respond to someone, that's all about to change. And again, technology sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. It's a double-edged sword, right? But you don't want to be left behind in it. You want to be aware of what's happening and what's coming down the pipeline. But some amazing things happening, right? And that's been part of the reason why I haven't been able to stream as much, right? And I'll talk about that. Well, I'll talk about what I can talk about, right? Because I do want to, I trust the people that I talk to, right? There's certain things that I just can't talk about, right? Because it's just certain things are said in trust and confidence, right? And I don't want to intersect with my professional life. But you can always share, right? And just, some of you may know, I've talked about it before. Singapore is an interesting time, right? It's very crowded here in the sense that everyone's trying to get here now. Right. If Trump does what he says he's going to do, there's not a lot of Americans here, right? Because the tax situation is just fucked, right? America is one of the few nations where taxes fall no matter where you live. Dubai, Ireland, you just double tax, right? There's ways around getting tax relief, but in his policy, he's talked about eliminating that, which is about to make the U.S. passport really, really valuable, right? Hong Kong has been a center point in APJ for a while, and people are being sent from Hong Kong to here. So this is where the action is. And Singapore, with Prime Minister Wong here, he's primed to make Singapore the hub for all things AI. And with that, it's going to mean cybersecurity is not about to blow up. It's blown up, right? But the threat landscape just got a whole lot more interesting, right? So the calls that I did like last night, where I have some of the best cybersecurity professionals in the world, we talk about these events, right? They're about to be a whole lot more busy, right? Anyone in cyber is about to be really, really busy, right? One example is that like ChatGPT is great, it's wonderful, but there are people putting sensitive information in ChatGPT and asking it to do things, and it can do these things, right? But imagine a world in which people are putting sensitive data in that and just releasing it out to this thing, right? So it's just an interesting time to be alive. It's a very interesting time to be alive, right? So such is technology. Message you on Discord. Okay. We'll do, man. We'll do. hold on, my wife's texting me. Another keyword, look up AI 16Z. Z is in Zeta. Look that up. DeQuincy. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. A lot of it is it goes pretty deep down the technical rabbit hole, right? But it's interesting. Look it up. AI 16Z, right? Yeah. A part of this. What can I say on TikTok? Let me be careful about what I can say on TikTok. Yeah, just look it up. This individual did something right before he came through with this breakthrough. And this isn't just oh my gosh, look it up. What do you do when you get frustrated, right? You get frustrated sometimes, maybe, how do you decompress? Do you have a nice glass of whiskey? Do you have, a good, strain of za like DW? Or there's another stronger thing that you can indulge in. How do I say this? That's kind of like a psychedelic. I can't say the name because apparently, from what I'm told, you can get banned on TikTok for saying it. Let's just say, how do I say this? This guy partook in something that kind of, may lower your inhibitions, open you up to some different things. What he said he saw and what he said he interacted with is strange. And whatever he said he interacted with opened a gate for him. Now, it doesn't matter whether you believe that or not. And if you think this is weird, fuck off. Like, we get weird on this channel. Just saying, read for yourself. Can't argue with the results. So said guy engaged in activity, has this crazy encounter with something that's of the sixth dimension or whatever the hell it was, right? And here we are $2 billion later. So read up on that. Come prepared to talk about it when we stream about it. David, Cowboy, what's happening, bro? Good to see you. What's up, NYC Gaming? Yeah, Tony's got it. Tony's got it. He said demons or aliens. I think one is the other. My belief on that is that, aliens, if you saw a demon, you would think it was an alien. The whole foundation to quantum computing and where we're heading in technology is that it's not, there was a time in life, and this is a gross oversimplification. So for you nerds out here, don't come for me. I'm just trying to explain it to the masses. Ones and zeros, computer language. You're taught that it's binary, ones and zeros. We know the world is not binary. Computing is not ones and zeros. There's everything in between. That's not up for debate. That just is, right? And you ratchet that up to 1,000, you get into quantum entanglement and quantum computing and all that different stuff, right? So that's my viewpoint with the world, right? It's not just ones and zeros, right? And it's not just man and woman, right? Like in terms of humans being the only things that exist. There are other things out there. Do your own research. There are other things out there. You have to know that you go to Costco, you go to work, you order off Amazon. There is more to life than in the universe than just that, right? For people that think that, we're just carbon-based people moving through the world, going to Walmart, driving and putting gas in our cars, and there's nothing else out there, you might want to look up. And I think 2025 is going to be an interesting year for these sorts of things. What's up, Natrice? How you doing? I wish someone could, and that's another thing we're going to do a better job doing, releasing our streams, and we're going to be cutting it into, like, when I get into my rants, or when I get into some things where we talk about some interesting, even when we're vibing out and we're being funny, we're going to make those videos easier for people to find. But if you see my streams, and if you're an OG follower, you've heard me talk about some things that often come true. And I told you guys 2024 and 2025 is going to be the age or the year of revelation. But what by that, I don't just mean some new age crystal shit. No, I'm talking tangible things, right? In terms of, there were certain things that I couldn't talk about. Certain things like with Willow, I couldn't talk about that. I told you guys about Willow before it came out, but I told you I couldn't talk about it. Just watch. You'll see. It's going to be an interesting year. and it's not doom and gloom. I'm not saying the world is ending or anything like that, but it's just going to be an interesting year in terms of like how technology works, how it's going to impact and affect us all, the geopolitical situation, all these different things, right? It's going to be crazy, crazy year, which is the spirit of today's stream in the sense that at any given moment, I don't believe in being defeated. Control what you can control. Live your life, right? Don't go through life. I'm telling myself this, y'all, as I freak out about these planes, worrying about things that you can't control. Just live with intent and impact as if you're not getting another fucking shot at it. Get right with God, get right with your family, whatever it is that you think and that you believe in, do that and make peace with that. And then approach and wake up each day with the sense that I'm going to do the fucking most, right? And so the new channel will be talking about that. My concept of just move, like just move. I don't mean, if that means moving across the planet like I did, cool. If that means moving to a new neighborhood, cool. If that means just getting off your fucking ass and getting that degree or getting that certification, cool. If it means getting off your ass and developing content, cool, right? But stop assuming that you have time, because at any given moment, tomorrow's not promised to us. This world isn't promised to us, right? We're all one diagnosis, one bad phone call away from things changing forever, right? So I'm not telling you these things to live in fear, but you should also live in knowledge. I'll say something that I didn't say before I left the US, right? The last 2 months being in the US were some of the most frightful months that I think I've ever experienced in my life, right? I don't talk about it on stream, but you know, those of you that know, I lost my father to cancer. Big regret of mine. I didn't get to say goodbye. My kids didn't get to say goodbye. We lost him unexpectedly. Like he had cancer. It was pretty dire. He got better, changed a lot of things, and life just kept lifing. I was living in Seattle at the time, traveling a lot, right? And my mom went to the doctor, and she's just like, "Hey, I've got this son. He's all over the world at any given moment, right? If it gets to a point where he needs to say goodbye, we need to know that. We need to give him a heads up." And he was doing great, and then until he wasn't, right? And so I lost him, right? And didn't get to say goodbye, right? And that's not to just bring down the mood or anything like that, right? But before we left, you know, there were some things that turned up in the physical, because those of you know that know me, I work out, I eat right, I do all this stuff or whatever. But genetically, you know, there's some things that, you know, you're gonna have to fight against, right? And so there were some red flags raised, had to have a bunch of testing done, had to go see an oncologist, right? And I haven't talked about this before, but again, it's the spirit of just like being more vulnerable to you guys. And man, like living, not knowing was rough, right? You're trying to be yourself. You're trying to just move through. The kids didn't know. You're trying to act as if everything is normal. And then in the back of your mind, you're just like, fuck, is it GG's? Like, am I done? And that was rough. That was rough, right? Not a lot of people knew. So it was a rough thing to deal with, right? And I'm just sitting here just contemplating my choices, right? What I'm most proud of is that I don't feel like I would have changed anything, right? From streaming to doing some of the things that I've done. So I'm like, there's that, right? If this is the beginning of a countdown, there is that, right? And so no matter how this turns out, I'm like, I'm going to lean into that and do more of that and keep doing that. And everything is fine, right? I'm on a watch list, apparently. I'm on a watch list. You know, I'm on a watch list, but you know, we're good. Don't worry about me. Like we're good. But I say all that to say that, you know, your life can change in an instant, right? You know, you can go out to your car, you can walk, you can do whatever, and then shit can just be fucking just like that, right? There are those of you in this chat that I know, that I've gotten to know, that have had certain difficult experiences, that have not had the best run at things. And going forward, I think, you know, everyone, we can all do with a reminder that, you know, just take life by the horns, right? So this new content and this new channel will be, you know, when I say just move, it'll be like, just move, right? Even with me getting out and filming today, right? It's just like, I don't feel like I'm ready. I'm like, what about this? Or what about, can they hear me? Can they do? No, we're just moving, right? That's what's brought us grace. That's what's brought us success. That's what's got us a beautiful family, a beautiful life, fortunate life, right? Why fucking stop? Double down on that shit. So if there's someone hearing this that is questioning some things, or you want to talk about it, or you want to pull up to the stream, or you want to learn about AI, cybersecurity, or you just want to stream, or you want to do something or whatever, I am your advocate. Know this. I'm in your corner. I hope to lead by example. Some of you are going to question like, what the fuck is he doing? Just play Warzone. You can fuck off. right? I'd like to think that I've earned enough equity in this space, in this life, that you can understand that I'm a pretty serious individual about life and love and what matters, right? So yes, I didn't want another day to go by where I didn't stream and didn't let you know what's going on in my head and what I'm working on and what I'm doing. If you want to be a part of that journey, get on the train. If you want to lurk as we embark on that journey, get in the back of the train and watch. We appreciate you either way, right? But that's what is happening. Like that's what we're doing. We're being very intentional. We're branching off into some new directions, and we're gonna have some fucking fun with it, right? So yeah, happened to you at midnight, Stephanie. Yep. Oh, thanks, NYC. I appreciate you. Hey, Leather, how you doing? Oh, Leather, I can always count on you to come in. I even changed my stream. I put my streaming category on OBS to like chatting and vlogging or whatever. I don't know if it's working in the algorithm. We'll see. Right. Oh, and I think another thing we'll announce, right? This has to be said. This just has to be said. From Kevin on that train. I am as much as I have loved building relationships with people and helping people out, I do think that the content is going to resonate with some people. I don't expect it to blow up. I don't care. I'm not. What's that dude? Vextron? The dude that got unfollowed, Voltron, Vextron. I can't remember his name. I'm dating myself, right? But I'll be releasing a new link on Calendly where people can book time with me. This is just for the tech stuff, right? Because I've had a lot of people reaching out and I can't keep up. I can't be everyone's tech coach. I can't be everyone's career coach. I didn't get into this to be a career coach. Believe it or not, I'm not launching some program where I'm, oh my gosh, I'll mentor you for a certain amount of money. I'm not doing any of that. But like, I've had some people reach out. Guys, I've Bree can attest to this. Not herself, but I've shared some things with her. Like I've met people. I've made time for people. And I'll be honest with you, like if any of you are in tech, I don't know if you're still out there, El Haji, right? Over the course of your life, right, you're going to meet, when I meet with CEOs and CTOs and high caliber people, and being high caliber doesn't equate to how much money you make. That's just one factor, right? You got to value people's time. Whether you make $50,000 a year, $1 million a year, I don't care. I value you as a person, right? Unless you give me a reason not to. Right. With that being said, I live my life valuing people's time, respecting people's time. I've made time for a lot of folks. And sometimes people, I think, take that for granted. Right. So if you see a link out there where it's just like, OK, it's just because I can't scale. Right. I can't scale. Like I've gotten up and taken time away from my family like at 4 a.m. sometimes just to like really try and help people out and try and be there for them. And then these people don't follow through with what I've told them, or maybe they're feeling fired up one day and then the next day, like, you know, I give them valuable resources or insight on certain things and they don't do whatever. So I got to find a way to negate that and deal with that. You know, those that are in the circle, I will always make time for you, right? But like, I can't scale it, right? And so the link that'll be released or be attached to some of these channels will just be for people like, okay, if you're serious about it and you're like, hey man, I want to get into tech and I want your perspective. Okay, you just got to book time. You got to book time, right? I just can't say yes to everyone. So I hope everyone understands that. Like, it's not about Chris trying to make passive income or sell. No, it's just literally those that know me, DG, you know this, Rohan, you know this. Like I was out with Rohan last year. We were out in downtown Austin. Every now and then, right? Sometimes, no matter where I find myself in situations where people just, they either open up to me or they tell me a whole bunch of things or just I'm a magnet for certain things. And I think that's a blessing. That is a blessing, right? My wife will tell you, like when I make friends, like oftentimes I'll go to these different events, whether they're fancy events or whether they're like informal events. I can seem like a high energy person, but I do gravitate towards people that are kind of loners and outcasts, right? I can see a person in a room that looks a little uncomfortable, like they don't belong. Maybe they don't know what to do with their hands. And they're just like, they're not moving through the party and smoothing like, you know, other people. And I go towards that person. And more often than not, I end up befriending that person, right? But like Rohan and I were out and we meet this guy and he comes up and talks to us and he's like, you guys look like successful people, right? And if you know Rohan, right? Rohan just oozes success because he is success. I respect the shit out of Rohan, but I make fun of him for having driving loafers, but he does have driving shoes. And we're out And this guy comes up and he's talking to us about his hustle and like, he owns like all these vending machines and stuff like that. And just, he came across as eager and hungry. And I'm sitting there and I'm, okay, cool. And then, he starts asking us what we do and stuff like that. And, Rohan just started a new role. Shout out to Rohan, doing his thing over there with Strategic Cloud Pursuits. I won't say where he works, but, he's doing his thing. And, he's just talking. He's just like, man, God connected us for a reason. Like you guys are blah, 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 blah. And then Rohan is just like, he's like, yeah, I don't buy you. I don't believe you. Right. I'm paraphrasing. He's like, because I'm like, look, dude, like, if you want to do what I do, like, that's fine. We can follow up. We can do what he said. Oh yeah. And again, in sales or in the world, like, it's almost like whether we're talking sales, picking up women, men, whatever you're into, right? Know when to close the deal. Know when to walk the fuck away. Know when it's landed. Maybe you're at the bar, and you're just like, you're chatting someone up and you're just like, oh, okay. And she's like, okay, I'll go home with you. Or he's like, oh, okay, just go. No need to sell yourself anymore. So this guy just did a bunch. He's yapping. And I'm just like, okay. And then Rohan's like, I'm going to be honest with you, man. He's like, I don't believe you. I don't think you're going to follow up. I don't think you are who you say you are. And I'm just like, all right. I mean, he's like, no, you don't understand. Like, because I told him, I'm like, hey, you know what I'll do? I'm like, what are you doing Sunday? I'll make time. Right? Because again, this guy's like, he's singling me out. Like, he's like, oh, that's a nice watch, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I'll make time. What are you doing Sunday? Well, I got to see my schedule, blah, blah, blah. And then Rohan's like, okay, here we go. And he's like, well, here's the thing, man. You got to respect my time too. Like, my time is valued. My time is worthy. I'm not telling, I hope I'm not coming across as an asshole, but I'm just like, again, you're telling me how your time is valuable, your time is worthy. You came up to us. You're asking us what we do. We told you what we do. We explained it to you, and you're asking us to like help you out. God damn it. If there's a person that I meet and I'm just like, okay, you do what? Like, my schedule just cleared. You tell me when you can meet with me. But when he started spouting off about that, Ron, he's like, I don't believe you're going to follow up. I hope that you do. I've seen this play out before. And he's like, you don't know me, man. You don't know me. Oh, okay. Bet. Keep that same energy. He's like, okay, I will. I don't think you're going to follow up. And it was hilarious. I wish I could have filmed this. And you know what? He didn't follow up. The only follow-up we had was like, we sat there. We talked about the conversation, the interaction. He went off. And I think 2 hours later, because we were just chilling, like, chilling, having a couple drinks. We walk out the bar. He comes back. We run into this guy. And he asks us, he's like, hey, man, did I drop my weed? I'm thinking he came back. He's like, you know what? You were right. I came back. I realized I didn't close the deal properly, right? And I just want to make sure you know that I'm committed. He asked us if he dropped his weed. And I never heard from the guy again. So that's a long-winded way of saying that, like, yeah, I gotta, in this new year, I just gotta make sure that I'm just prioritizing. You can't help everyone, right? So just move is one of the mottos, but like I saw someone that like, let them is another motto. Like, let them talk about you. Let them criticize you. Let them do whatever they're doing without, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make it drink. You can't help everyone, right? So just let them. If they don't want to follow up, they want to do the right thing, or they don't want to appreciate you for what you're, just let them. Let them. That's random. What's up, Shiesty? How you doing? What sounds like you? What part, Stephanie? I was doing a whole bunch of yapping. But yeah, folks, that's the move. That's it. I think I wanted to be sure I went live today, talk to you guys about what's coming up, what to expect. If you're not following the new channel, follow it. I will continue to cross-pollinate, meaning that, warning in advance, you're going to be seeing some not Warzone content as we try and build the new channel up just to take advantage of the followers that we have here, right? If you have suggestions, you have things you want to see me play, or you have questions, or you have experiences you want to even see me film here in Singapore, and you're curious about it, do that. Make it known. You'll get more conspiracy, Chris, Jay. Shut up, Leather. Do that, right? Follow the channels, reach out, follow the TikTok. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's been a fun journey. It's just the beginning. But you guys deserve to know what I'm up to, what I'm doing, as you've been a part of this journey so far. And if you want to continue to be a part of it, that's it. You're confused, Shiesty? Oh man. What? How do we catch you up, Shiesty? Uh, I'm not done on live. I'll still go live. I'll still be going live. I'm about done on this live because we got to go shopping to get my son all this. He's got to get some dry fit stuff to deal with the skin condition and stuff like that. And I got to go film. I got to go film. Right. I don't know if I'm going. Chinese New Year is big here. Christmas is not big here. Everything was still open. New Year's is not that big here. Chinese New Year is huge here. Right. So I'll be going to Chinatown here. And I will be going live as I experience some of these things. For right now, I'll just be shooting the video, right, and then releasing them in the form of long form content on YouTube. Because I got to figure out if I got all the things I need to go live, right, with the phone and everything, with internet connection and stuff like that. So I got to figure that piece out. But I don't want to wait to figure everything out. I'm just gonna go and just get into it and just do the content, upload it. It's gonna be mistakes along the way. Show grace, but give feedback. If I don't sound good or you don't hear me as much or whatever it is, just give that feedback on the video, camera angles, all that different stuff. But in the spirit of just move, I'm going to get out there and just do it and upload it. Right. And that's what we're going to do. The first inaugural YouTube video on the new channel will be next week. The reason it's not going to be this week is because our stuff gets here from on the 6th. Shiesty, if you're late, my stuff gets here on the 6th, and we're going to be filming the talking videos about AI, Singapore, my experience in Singapore as a human and as a black man. That's a factor too. The benefits, why I moved here, what's coming down the pike, what's happening in the future. We'll be recording that on a different station because this is more so for gaming and all that stuff, right? And so we're fortunate enough to have a different station where it's a different camera angle and stuff like that, where it's just me chatting, right? So we'll be doing that mobile content, all mixed in, different games, Marvel Rivals. Apparently, Drewski's on Marvel Rivals, so we're going to try it out. I'm going to be a bot. I'm going to suck at it. So we're going to get Vulgar, Drewski, probably DG, some other folks, and try and learn that game because people are having fun trying it. I'm skeptical. DPS, damage, and all that stuff. I'm skeptical. I am, but we'll see. I thank you for that, Stephanie. It does sound... Delta Force is interesting, Tony. It's almost like if I'm gonna do something different, I need to do something different. Like I don't know if I'm ready for another shooter because the wound is still open with Warzone. They've abused me. They've abused us all, taking advantage of us. So I just need to take some time to work on me. I need to heal. I need some eat, pray, love. So I feel like it's too soon for another shooter just yet, right? Or maybe I'll try it. We'll see. But Marvel Rivals just looks interesting. Maybe I'll hate it, right? But I'll get some gameplay in with my son. I don't know how big the squads can be, right? But we'll get some gameplay with that coming up. I got a problem with OBS where I need to figure out how to clone my capture card. It's something that's so very simple that I need to figure out. So I need to figure that piece out. Maybe Drewski, if he's still out there, you can help me with that. But now I'll still be going live. But just the Splitgate, I don't even know what Splitgate is. What is Splitgate? It's 32 versus 32. Oh, Delta Force 32 versus 32. What's Marvel? It's reskinned Overwatch 2. That's what I'm hearing. But people are saying it's everything. What's reskinned Overwatch 2? Marvel Rivals or Splitgate? People are saying, Tony, that it's Overwatch, but everything they got right. Shooting game with portals. I'll have to try it out. What I like about trying chain together and checkers or Jeopardy, some of these games, I do want to get into some games where it's just I don't have to grind a whole lot. You know what I mean? It's got to balance with my life here, right? And so I love being able to just kind of get on. That's what I'm gonna miss about Warzone. I love being able to get on and just not having to grind a shit ton. So there's that, right? Which is why I think games like Tarkov and stuff like that, these games, you just have to be in it, you know. And I'm just I don't have that kind of time. I don't. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I know Brie, it made her eyes hurt. It made her eyes hurt. But I enjoyed it. It was a nice change of pace, right? So we'll see. I'm gonna try and get this thing working, this NetDuma. Raised, I don't know if you're still out there. I may reach out to you. I don't know what the best settings for these things are and stuff like that. So I may have to get your help on that. as we were trying to figure that out. But we'll see. All right, folks, that is it for today, right? Yeah, just wanted to go live, update you guys. Please stay active in the Discord. Reach out to the mods or reach out to me if you need access to the new channel or you want to know what it is. It's not like talking about PUBG. Okay, I'll look into it. But yeah, so great for each and every one of you. I hope you have a very happy new year. I hope you are blessed. I hope this year is a year of prosperity, safety, grace, and conquest for each and every one of you. Shout out to the homies. I'll be in your chats. I think I saw Bree. Did Bree go live or something like that? So is Bree live? Maybe we raid her. Leather, it is always good to see you, fucker. I love you. I hate you. Fuck off. At the same time. I appreciate you though. Is Bree live, y'all? Let's see. Let's see if she's live. Or sour. Oh, Bree is live. Let's see. All right, let me get the screen back. Send what to you, DW? The channel? Or reach out, DW, because I got reach out, hit me on Discord if I missed something in your chat. She is live. Okay. Are you saying send it? Are you live, DW? I already did it to Bree anyway, but we'll get you next time though, if that's what you were saying. That's your great sweat. Awesome. Yeah, that's it, folks. Thank you so much. Love each and every one of y'all. Keep an eye out. We're gonna go film, get some content out. Thank you for the well wishes from my son. He's all better. I think he's on antibiotics now. We're gonna get that squared away. But love y'all. Shout out to y'all. See y'all soon. New year, new me. Well, same me, but better, but improved. Whatever it is. We're out. Love y'all. Peace. See y'all. TikTok. We're out. See everyone soon.